Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome for another Inside the Mind of the Searching. And today I'm actually going to talk a little bit more on the games that I'm planning on playing um, with recordings and actually live streams. It's been a long time, to that I actually did any live streams. I think it's been over a month now. And yeah, the reason for that is that at a certain point I stopped doing the live streams because I started to feel more relaxed with doing the recordings. Um, and I felt more at ease, I guess, because I had more control over what I was doing. And basically, I didn't really feel to really do a live stream. I wasn't really feeling 100% confident about it, if I can really say it like this, um, because I was uploading a lot of indie horror games, and it just felt right at that moment, I guess, and that's why it took me a very long time to actually get back to live streams. But I kept thinking about it, and I started to miss it at a certain point as well, and I decided after a lot of thinking about it that I'm actually gonna start going back to live streaming beginning of February, so in another 2 weeks normally, I think. Um, and yeah, so in this Inside the Mind of the Searching, I would like to talk a little bit more about the games that I will be streaming or recording. I haven't really decided yet exactly um, what I will be streaming or what I will be recording. Probably there will be other games coming on top of the list. Uh, but for now, I'm gonna mention you the games that I will be starting up in February. So first of all, these are actually bigger games that I will be starting on my channel. Also older games as well. Um, so the first game that I will be mentioning right now is Fallout New Vegas. I tried to play Fallout 3, I think a couple of months ago, but the game kept crashing on me, and I read the reviews on Steam as well, and people were also complaining about that. Um, so that was a shame because I was really looking forward to play that one because I really loved Fallout 3. Um, so basically, I just went over to check out Fallout New Vegas to see if they would actually have the same problem, and people were actually much better about talking about this game. There were much better reviews. People were even mentioning that this game is actually much better than Fallout 3. Not because of the game itself, but the whole performance on PC is much better, and it doesn't crash that much overall as Fallout 3 did. So I got that game. Actually, it was very cheap on Steam. I think around €3 to €4. I think I paid for it, and it's a very huge game for people who know Fallout. Um, so that will be one of the games that I will be streaming or I will be recording. Till now, I'm more considering of doing recordings for that game because there's a lot of story involved and a lot of side missions. So I think it would be interesting to maybe do this as recordings. Um, anyway, let's go over to the next game. The next game that I actually have been playing a little bit offline. It's called Borderlands, and I actually got the Borderlands Game of the Year edition or Borderlands Game of the Year Enhanced edition on PC, and it's a game I really enjoyed playing when it came out on console a couple years ago, and I was really excited to play it again. Go back to Borderlands and start all over again. So I got it on PC, and this could be maybe a game that I would consider streaming, because Borderlands didn't really have a lot of story involved. They changed that up a little bit more in Borderlands 2, but I want to maybe start a whole new series also as well on my channel, because I tried it a couple years, I think maybe last year somewhere, or the year before that, um, to start a whole new series, but it didn't really work out that well. So I decided to start from scratch, and I'm gonna start with Borderlands first. Like I said, I have not really decided yet 100% if I will do the streaming or the recording as well for this game, but for the moment, it looks like it will be streaming. Um, so yeah, you can expect that as well on my channel somewhere next month. Moving on to the next game is actually an RPG game that I enjoyed a lot when it came out on console as well a couple of years ago. The game is called Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, and for me, this I played this game several times when it came out on console. It's just a really beautiful game in my opinion, um, and for what I've read, there are a lot of people who still love this game a lot because there's so much story involved. The story itself is really well written. The characters have their own personality. Um, so this is a game I'm definitely looking forward to start playing, and this will also be for recordings, because, like I said, there's so much story involved and so many side quests you can do, and I think it would be very interesting to do this as recordings as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to that one as well. Um, and then the other game I have actually in store for you guys is I'm gonna try to start something else on my channel for this year as well. Is I'm gonna try to focus a little bit also more on survival games, um, which I'm really curious about. Basically for myself. Um, but I'm really intrigued by survival games, and the game that I'm actually gonna start playing is called Stranded Deep. I've seen some footage, I've seen some playthroughs of it already, a little bit here and there, and I really enjoy for what I saw. And it could be a challenge for me to try this out because I haven't really tried out some really survival games, and I would like to go into the direction of like first person view survival games like Stranded Deep or Green Hell. Um, there was another game I was thinking about, but I can't really come up with the name now. The Long Dark, I think it's called, where you are crashed with your plane somewhere in Alaska or Canada. I don't know exactly where. That's also a game I'm really looking forward to. So I want to put myself to the test a little bit to actually try out these games. So Stranded Deep is also a game that probably I will do recordings of. Um, but I will, like I mentioned also in the previous Inside the Mind, that I will try to focus also a little bit more on streaming this year. Um, but I'm still looking for games where I can actually do that with. Like for example, with Borderlands, there's a possibility I can do that because there's not really a lot of talking involved. Like really small side missions, you go from point A to B and then go back and this and that. So that could be an option, but I don't like to do streams where there's like a lot of story involved because I would easily get distracted by the chat and then I wouldn't really focus anymore um, on the game itself, and it would lose that kind of viable. I can't even talk anymore. It would lose that valuable, yeah, of the game itself, and That's why I'm gonna make this cut, um, to actually choose which game I'm gonna stream and which game I'm definitely gonna do recordings of. And I really would like to separate those games as well. Um, and then on the other hand, I will still continue with uploading small indie horror games or any other indie games that I find on itch.io, Steam, or Game Jolt. And if you guys have any uh, games that you would like to suggest to me, have any recommendations of a game that you enjoyed and you want to watch me play it, you can always comment on this video in the comment section below. Um, yeah, there's also another thing I would like to talk to you guys about. I did recently, somewhere last month I think, or yeah, somewhere last month, I started with a brand new series of Don't Starve, combined with Oxygen Not Included. And like I mentioned, I did 2 uploads of that, and I was very involved with the games itself because I really would like to create a whole new different world. But after the second episode, I felt a little bit stuck in myself because at a certain point I realized that I was pushing myself a little bit too far, and I didn't really felt like I was playing it for the right reasons. So I told myself, okay, let's take a step back and review the whole series. Like, what do I really want to do with it? And eventually, I decided to actually cut those 2 games, and not make like a new world, but play them separate and also upload them separate. So, what this means is that I will be continuing with the whole story of Don't Starve, the whole series that I want to create. Um, and then Oxygen Not Included will also be separated on my channel. Because I think it's going to be a little bit too hard to continue with this, and at a certain point I will come to a dead end with the story, and I don't want that. So I reviewed the whole situation, how it looked like, and I wasn't really happy with what I saw. So I decided to, okay, let's start from scratch. Let's start with Don't Starve and see what we know and see what we can do about this. Um, so that's the plan with Don't Starve. I will continue with the whole story, but it's gonna be a very slow process. That I would like to see, but I will definitely try to focus a little bit more on Don't Starve, and then on Oxygen you can also count on some uploads of that, but then probably not with the story, but a little bit mixed with some very small editing work here and there. Um, Basically, because I'm not really that good in both of the games, I will try to put my own twist into it. Try to make it entertaining as possible, but the main point is that I have fun with it. You know, I don't want to focus constantly, like, and I don't want to have that pressure on my shoulders to create something that I can't really continue with, if you know what I mean. So I'm not 100% sure yet what I'm gonna do with Oxygen, not included yet. But with Don't Starve, I'm getting new, fresh ideas on paper right now, and I could already tell a little bit what's gonna happen. Like, I really would like to continue with this, with Don't Starve, and visit other places of the game, and almost create like seasons, like a series on television. So that, for example, that Don't Starve would have like 10 episodes or maybe 5 episodes, very small ones, maybe 10 to 50 minutes, and do some editing work here and there, and make it like for 5 episodes or maybe 10, depends on how far I can go with it, and really start working on the story. I really try to go really deep into it, but still have fun in my own way. So that is a little bit the idea that I have. And then probably after maybe 5 or 10 episodes, depend if I would do it in 5 episodes or 10, I will try to go. I will have to check that actually if it's possible to implement the character that I'm playing right now with. If I can use her in the DLC of Hamlet or Shipwrecked, but I still have to do some research about that. If you guys can let me know, if anybody knows if it's possible with the character that I'm using, please let me know. Um, I really appreciate that. And yeah, I think that is roughly what I would like to say for this Inside the Mind. Um, I really want to let you guys know a little bit more about what's gonna happen next month. Till then, till next month. In the meantime, I will continue uploading some more indie horror games that I have already installed. Normally, I almost got through my list, but I found new ones, so I will have to start over again. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you very much for listening. And like I mentioned, if you have any suggestions of a game that you would like me to try out, please leave them in the comment section. Um, and yeah, hope you guys are doing well, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.